God is crying. He has been trying to reach you for many hours, sending a warning straight from heaven. This is your last chance to listen before it's too late. Right now, heaven is shaking with fear and sadness. God's heart hurts deeply because you have not been truly listening, not with your whole heart. This message is not just another thing to ignore or scroll past quickly. If you miss this, you will miss your breakthrough. If you turn away, you will lose the miracle God has planned just for you. Please don't turn away now. This is the cry of heaven. This is God's last plea to you. Stay with this message until you have read every single word, because if you do not, you will lose something very precious that was meant only for you. If you understand the importance of this, write Amen in the comments so heaven knows you are still paying attention. God has been calling out to you many times, again and again. He is not calling to punish you or to make you feel ashamed. He is calling to protect you. There is a spiritual storm coming that you have not seen yet. The enemy has laid a trap. God saw it forming before you even noticed. He first tried to whisper to you, then gently nudged you. After that, he sent signs, but you were too busy. You were too tired and distracted, trying to hold everything together by yourself, using your own strength. Now God is crying, not because you failed him, but because he loves you so much. Time is running out for you to turn back to him. If you are reading this now, it means God has not given up on you. It means he still believes you will listen. This is your last chance. God is not trying to scare you, but he is trying to save you. He has seen the heavy load you carry on your shoulders, the tears you cry alone in the dark, the nights when fear feels like a heavy weight pressing down on your chest. God has been with you through all of that, and now he is raising his voice, calling your soul back to safety. Please don't turn away. God knows about all the battles you have been fighting quietly, the heaviness inside you that no one else can see or understand. You feel like something is wrong, but you don't know what it is. That's because your spirit has been under attack, and you have not been aware of it. There is a warning from heaven because a great spiritual change is happening right now. You are standing on the edge of a big turning point in your life. If you do not move with God at this moment, you will move with the things that are trying to destroy you. If you believe this message has found you just in time, write 1 in the comments. You have been chosen by God, set apart, and loved more than you can imagine. But even though you are chosen, you are not safe if you ignore God's voice. God gives everyone free will. Today, your free will is being tested. You may think you will get another chance tomorrow, but what if this is the last chance? What if this moment, right now, is the only open door before the one behind you closes forever? God does not work on human time. He works in divine timing. His clock has reached a warning hour. You were not meant to carry this battle all alone. The enemy has tried to convince you that God forgot about you, that heaven is silent and no longer cares. But God says, I have been reaching for you all along. He sees the pain you hide deep inside. He knows about the cries you swallowed without saying a word. But God is a God who can redeem time. He can rebuild everything that was lost. He can restore what was stolen from you. He can bring back to life what the enemy tried to destroy inside of you. But this can only happen if you let him in. God is not angry at you. He is heartbroken because he sees what will happen if you stay far away from him. He knows how shaky the ground beneath your feet is becoming. He has been sending dreams to you, sending people to speak to you, even sending this very message to stop the enemy's plan. Now he is asking you, will you finally listen? Will you finally let go of your pride, your fear, your guilt? Will you just come back home to me? Something is happening in the spirit right now. That is why everything around you has felt so unstable. You have been feeling it, haven't you? That feeling is not paranoia. It is not just anxiety. It is your spirit being sensitive to the spiritual things around you. Your soul knows that something is not right. The hour is urgent. This is not a random feeling. It is a divine alert. God has been placing this heaviness in your heart. He is not doing this to punish you. He is preparing you for what is coming. You need to understand something very important. Some blessings are time sensitive. Some doors do not stay open forever. There are moments when you must obey God, even if you are afraid. If you wait too long, you risk missing the chance to be in line with what God was getting ready for you. God is not calling you out to shame you. He is calling you up to a higher place, closer to Him and into safety. He has not left you, but you have been listening to the wrong voices. You have been pulled into things that make your spirit dull and take your focus away from your true purpose. Now God is saying to you, my child, come out of the noise. Come back to me. You have been fighting battles that were never yours to fight. You were supposed to be under God's protection, but God still wants to cover you. He still wants to fight for you. He still wants to bless you. He just needs your heart back. Let me tell you, God's presence has never left you. You left, but you can come back anytime. Even if you feel ashamed, even if you have many questions, even if you feel broken, God is still a God who works miracles. He is the same God who split the sea, the same God who sent fire from heaven, the same God who raised the dead. He is still that same God. Right now, He is standing at the door of your heart, knocking and waiting, tears in His eyes, but He will not force His way in. You have to open the door yourself. I am begging you, please don't take this lightly. Don't scroll past this like it's just another message. This is your warning. This is your lifeline. Heaven sent this message to rescue you. There are blessings waiting for you on the other side of your obedience. There are breakthroughs connected to your surrender. You may not understand everything right now, but trust this. If God is this urgent, it is for a very good reason. What you do next matters more than you realize. What if everything you thought about money is wrong? A secret 9, word prayer hidden in a classified FBI report, is now helping thousands of people attract wealth without working hard. Scientists say it activates a part of your brain that is 150 million years old and controls abundance. It is backed by Harvard, lab-tested, and life-changing. But the government might remove this secret any minute. Click the link in the description or comments before it is deleted forever. Every tear you have cried in secret, God has counted them. Every moment you felt alone and abandoned, God was right there with you. Every time you doubted your worth, God whispered softly to you, "You are still mine." He has not stopped loving you for 1 second. Even now, with tears in His eyes, He hopes you will respond. Not perfectly, just sincerely. You are not reading this by accident. This is not a coincidence. Heaven has planned this moment because God has been trying to reach you, but you were too overwhelmed, too distracted, too tired to hear Him before now. But now you are here. Now the truth is standing right in front of you. God is not trying to take something away from you. He is trying to save something inside of you, your calling, your soul, your future. Something very precious is hanging in the balance right now. If you ignore this message, that precious thing may not survive what is coming. If you trust that God is reaching out to you at this very moment, write 2 or 22 in the comments. You have been feeling a weight you can't explain. That pressure, that spiritual restlessness, that heaviness sitting on your chest or in your stomach, that is not random. It is the tension between heaven pulling you and the world holding you back. Your spirit has been hearing the warning, even if your mind has not understood it yet. The uneasy feeling you have is from God. He is shaking things up, not to break you, but to wake you up. Time is running out. God knows what will happen if you wait too long. The truth is, you have become numb to how urgent this is. Life has worn you down. The enemy has dulled your senses. You have started to think the chaos around you is normal, but God is saying, no more. You were not made to live in this confusion. You were not made to survive by your own strength. You were made to walk in His light, under His protection, and with His power. But when you stop listening to God's voice, you step out of His shelter. That is where danger begins. God is not angry at you. He is hurting for you. He remembers the childlike faith you had before. He remembers when your prayers were honest and real, when your worship came from your heart and was not forced, when your spirit was soft and open. Somewhere along the way you got tired. Life hurt you and disappointed you. Your soul was bruised, and day by day you began to shut down inside. Not on purpose, but slowly you stopped listening. You stopped hoping. You stopped expecting God to show up. But God has been waiting. Patiently, lovingly, silently, He has been watching you drift away. But now the silence is broken. Heaven is speaking clearly. God is calling your name, and He is not whispering anymore. This is your moment to come back. This is your moment to choose. What is coming will either crush you or carry you, depending on who you are walking with. You have tried to walk alone. You have tried to carry everything by yourself. And it has left you tired, bitter, and lost. But God is offering something different. He is offering peace, direction, healing, and restoration. You don't have to be perfect to come back. You don't have to fix yourself before you open the door. God wants you as you are, with all your broken pieces, your baggage, your doubts, your fears, and your confusion. God can work with honesty. He can move through surrender, but He cannot force His way into a heart that refuses to listen. That is why this moment is so important. You still have a choice. If you believe this, write 333 in the comments to declare your faith, even if it is small right now. Mercy is still waiting for you. Grace is still covering you. There is still a future filled with favor, blessing, and peace. But you have to step into it. You have to say yes. You have to come home. God has already prepared the road for you. He has prepared the table, the robe, and the ring. Just like the father in the story of the prodigal son, God is not standing there to scold you. He is waiting with open arms, but the son still had to choose to come home. This is your moment to choose. You are not too far gone. No matter what you have done, no matter how much time has passed, no matter how ashamed you feel, God says, you are still mine. He has never stopped loving you for 1 second. The enemy has tried to convince you that God has moved on. The enemy has tried to make you believe you are forgotten. The enemy wants you to think your mistakes have destroyed your future, but the enemy is a liar. If you were beyond reach, this message would not exist. You are being chased by a love that never stops. God is crying, not because He is weak, but because He loves you so much, because you matter to Him, because He sees what is waiting for you if you just surrender. There is healing in His hands. There is provision in His promises. There is strength in His name. But all of this is only for those who answer the call. You cannot serve two masters. You cannot live halfway in the light and halfway in the dark. That is why the pressure has been growing. That is why your spirit has been restless. God will not let you stay where you are. He has more for you, but you have to stop pretending that you are okay. You have to stop ignoring the warnings. The time is now. The gate is narrow and the hour is late. This is not a time to play with sin. This is not a time to ignore what your spirit is telling you. This is a time to be serious about your soul and your eternity. Not everyone will get this chance. Not everyone will hear this call. You are closer than you think to something huge. Not just a change in how you feel or your mood, but a spiritual moment that will change your life forever. But you cannot miss it. God has been calling your name in many quiet ways, in the silence of the night, through the people around you, even through this message right now. His voice is getting louder, not because He is angry, but because He is desperate for you to hear Him. Something is about to break open. If you stay asleep, you will miss what was meant to set you free. Write 555 in the comments if you feel your spirit waking up right now. Neuroscientists are curious about a 9-word sentence because this sentence, said once a day, is turning financial stress into sudden blessings. More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. The results are so powerful that some say it is divine. If you see this message, you are lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description or comments to learn this secret before it is deleted forever. The devil has been working hard to distract you. That is why the attacks against you have been so specific. That is why your mind has felt under so much pressure. That is why old wounds are coming back and familiar temptations are returning. It is not because you are weak. It is because you are close to something great. The enemy does not fight what is not a threat. You are a threat to darkness. You are chosen. The calling you carry is not something you gave yourself. It came from heaven. But if the enemy cannot destroy your purpose, he will try to delay it by making you deaf to God's voice. You do not have to be perfect to move forward. You only have to be willing to stop, willing to open your heart again, willing to drop your pride, your excuses, and the hardness that has grown inside you. God does not bless pretending, He blesses honesty. Right now, He wants you to know that the pain you carry has never gone unseen. The silent battles, the fake smiles, the sleepless nights. God has been there through all of it, hurting with you. But He is not calling you to stay in that pain forever. He is calling you to rise up. You have to make a choice now. You can't keep living in the middle, neither fully here nor fully there. Being lukewarm won't protect you in the days ahead. It won't be enough to keep you safe or steady. You have to make a choice. Either step completely into God's protection and covering or stay out there, exposed to all the confusion and chaos around you. There is no middle ground anymore. The days we are stepping into are not like the days before. The world is changing quickly, spiritually, morally, and emotionally. Everything is shaking and moving, and if you are not deeply rooted in God, you will fall with everything else. This isn't meant to scare you. It's just the truth. God is crying because He doesn't want you to fall. He wants to hold you close again. He wants to walk with you and guide you again. He wants to show you the favor, the breakthrough, and the blessing that have been waiting for you on the other side of your surrender to Him. You have been trying so hard to make peace happen on your own, following your own plans and trying to control everything. But it hasn't worked. That's because peace doesn't come from control. True peace is found when you obey God, when you trust Him, and when you let go of trying to have all the answers. It's about laying everything down and saying, God, I don't understand everything, but I choose you anyway. If you feel like God is calling you back to Him right now, write 1212 in the comments. There is a deep joy waiting for you, a joy you have never known because you have been too afraid to let go and trust Him fully. There is also a strength inside you that you haven't yet discovered because for too long you have relied only on yourself. God is not just asking for your belief or faith right now. He is asking for your whole heart, every part of it. The broken parts, the confused parts, the bitter parts. He can work with all of those, but He cannot work around your silence. You have to answer Him. You have to respond. Look around you for a moment. Everything feels louder, faster, and more chaotic than before. That is not an accident. The world is spiritually noisy because the enemy knows his time is running out. But even in the middle of all that loudness, God still speaks quietly. He speaks in the stillness, in the quiet moments inside your soul. And right now, in that quiet place, He is speaking again. His voice is gentle but strong, saying, "Come back to me." God hasn't moved. He is still right where you left Him. He is still waiting for the moment when you finally stop running and fall into His arms. He understands how tired you are. You don't have to pretend anymore. You don't have to keep putting on a smile when your soul is hurting inside. God made you, and He knows all your patterns, how you try to hide your pain and keep going. He sees the tension between the face you show to the world and what you feel deep inside, but He wants to heal what is underneath all of that. He wants to rebuild your foundation and make it strong again. And He is not just offering a temporary feeling of comfort. He is offering a complete transformation. The pain you have been through hasn't been wasted. The storms you survived were not meaningless. Everything the enemy meant to hurt you, God still plans to use for good. But for that to happen, you have to say yes. Not maybe later, not when it's easy or convenient. You have to say yes now while the window is still open, while the door is still slightly cracked, because one day it won't be. This is not about fear. It's about timing. You were born for this exact time in history. You are not an accident. The fact that you are still breathing is proof that heaven still has plans for you. But God's plans require a certain attitude, a posture of surrender. The deeper you go into His presence, the more clearly you will see the things the enemy tried to hide from you. You haven't lost your purpose. You have only been disconnected from the source of your power. It's time to plug back in. The love God has for you has not changed at all. He still calls you His own. He still sees you as His child. Even after all the detours you have taken, the mistakes you have made, and the times you have been silent and distant, there is nothing you have done that keeps you from coming back to Him. Nothing. That is why grace exists. That is why the cross still stands. Jesus already paid the price for all the shame you carry. You just have to lay it down. If you truly knew what heaven has prepared for you, you would run back to God without hesitation or delay. But faith doesn't start by seeing things clearly. Faith begins by stepping out first, trusting that when you walk toward God, He will meet you with more love, more mercy, and more power than you have ever experienced. The tears in God's eyes are not because He is disappointed in you. They are tears of love. They are tears of urgency. They are tears of hope. Hope that you will say yes before the time runs out. The truth is, you have been fighting a battle over your identity. The enemy has been working overtime to convince you that you are not worthy of God's love. He wants you to believe that your past is too messy, that your mistakes are too big, and that your delay makes it impossible for God to use you. But those lies are not true, none of them. God says you are still His. You are still chosen. You are still loved. You are still redeemable. Heaven's doors have not closed on you. But you must make a choice before this moment passes, because opportunities like this don't come often. Windows of grace like this are rare, and once they close, they might never open again. If you are ready to step into the light again, write 777 in the comments. There is a secret wealth signal that was kept hidden in a government vault for over 70 years until now. It is a simple 9-word phrase that powerful people have used to attract unlimited money while most of the world struggles. But as soon as too many people see this secret, it might be removed. So click the link in the description or comments before it is taken down forever. The world is very loud right now, full of distractions, and your heart has grown tired. You have been trying to juggle too many things at once, carrying burdens that were never meant for you to carry. Somewhere along the way, you stopped truly living. You started just surviving. You stopped dreaming about a better future. You stopped believing that something greater could still happen to you. But God never stopped believing in you. He has been standing over your life, guarding you even when you weren't guarding yourself. There have been attacks that should have destroyed you, but they did not. Do you know why? Because God stepped in. Because your name is still written in the palm of His hand. There are things that have happened to you that you never talk about. Wounds that are silent, memories that are never spoken, scars inside that no one else knows about. You have carried all of that alone because you thought no one would understand, but God understood. He was there for every tear you cried, every sleepless night you suffered through, every time you wondered if it was even worth it to keep going. And now God is calling to you, not to make you relive the pain, but to help you heal it. He wants to replace it with something stronger and eternal. Your silence has been mistaken for strength. People have praised you for how well you hold everything together. But deep down, you have been breaking. God sees that. He knows the weight you carry. He knows how you smile even while you feel like you are sinking. And He is not asking you to keep faking it anymore. He wants you to bring all of it to Him, the raw pain, the brokenness, the honesty. He is not surprised by your struggle. Instead, He is moved by it. He is close to the brokenhearted. He saves those crushed in spirit. If you believe God still has mercy left for you, write 999 in the comments. There is something holy happening in your life right now, even if it doesn't feel that way. Everything may seem uncertain or even painful. But what if I told you that this moment of brokenness is actually the start of your breakthrough, that the pain you are feeling is not a punishment but preparation, that God is using this moment to bring you back in line with your destiny? You are made for more than just surviving. You were made to live fully, to walk in your purpose, and to shine brightly in the darkness with the light of Christ inside you. God's warning is not meant to scare you or make you feel afraid. Instead, it is meant to wake you up, to pull you back from the edge before you fall into a place where it will be very hard or even impossible to come out. You have been allowing things into your life that are slowly draining your spirit. These things could be voices you listen to, habits you have formed, certain people you spend time with, or patterns you keep repeating. Every time you have ignored the quiet voice inside that is trying to warn you or guide you, you have felt yourself become a little more distant from God. But even though it feels like you are far away, God has not left you. He has not turned His back on you. He has been waiting patiently, quietly waiting for you to stop running from Him. He has been waiting for you to get tired of feeling empty and come back to the place of fullness only He can give. There is a peace that goes beyond what we can understand with our minds, and it is waiting just for you. There is a joy that doesn't depend on your situation or the things happening around you. There is a strength that grows inside you when you feel weak and helpless. But none of these blessings can come to you if you stay disconnected from the source, God Himself. You have been trying so hard to fix things by yourself, to handle your struggles on your own strength. But God is gently telling you, let go of your burdens, give them to me, let me carry your troubles, let me fight for you. You don't have to earn God's love by working harder or performing better. You don't have to prove yourself or meet certain standards to gain His approval. You already have His love. That is what grace means. It is love that you don't deserve, love you haven't earned, and yet it is freely given to you. The enemy has tried to convince you that it's too late for you, that you have missed your chance, that you are beyond hope. But that is a lie. It is not too late. You are still here. You are still breathing. And as long as you have breath in your lungs, you have a choice. You have the chance to turn your life around. This is your chance to come back to who you really are. Not the version of yourself that other people expect or want you to be. Not the version that hides behind walls to protect itself. The real you. The child that God formed before you were even born. The one He designed with a special purpose and filled with His Spirit, is still alive inside you. It's time to bring that real you back to life because the world needs your light. Your family needs your light. Your future needs your light. But most of all, your Father in heaven wants His child back. Don't let this moment pass you by. Don't ignore the quiet tug you feel on your heart. This is not just another message or a random word. This is divine alignment. This is heaven holding the door open one more time for you. And you get to decide whether you will walk through it or not. You don't need to have all the answers or understand everything right now. You just need to say yes, yes to healing, yes to freedom, yes to the God who has been trying to reach you for hours, for days, for years. God has never stopped reaching out to you, but the window of grace, the time when you can freely come back, won't stay open forever. That is what this warning is really about. That is why heaven is in tears. You are made to walk in power, to walk in peace, and to walk in purpose, but you have been drifting, caught in patterns that drain your energy and wear you down. You have been trapped in confusion and pain. The longer you ignore God's voice, the easier it becomes to live numb, to shut down your emotions and stop feeling anything at all. But God didn't create you to live numb and empty. He made you for fire. He made you for passion. He made you for truth and for a life that shines brightly with His glory. If you know deep inside that you were made for more than just getting by, if you believe there is more to life than surviving day to day, write 10 in the comments. The pain you have been feeling is not a sign that everything is over. It's a signal. It is a call to wake up and realize that God is working in your life. He has allowed certain things to shake around you, not to destroy you or ruin your life, but to shake loose the things that were never meant to come with you into your next season. Some people were never meant to follow you into your future. Some habits were never meant to cross the threshold of your new life, but you have held onto them too long. Now heaven is urging you to release them. Let them go. Surrender them before they harden your heart and silence the very voice inside you that is trying to rescue you. Could just saying 9 simple words every day actually help money start flowing into your life? A top neuroscientist says yes, and even the FBI accidentally confirmed it. This forgotten prayer is now helping ordinary people become free from debt and financially secure for life. But this secret won't stay online forever. Click the link in the description and comments now to access it before it is deleted forever. This moment you are in right now matters more than you realize, because spiritual warnings are not just signs. They are invitations to realign your life, to refocus your heart, and to remember who you really are. And who you really are is not what life has made you feel about yourself. You are not too far gone. You are not too broken. You are not forgotten. You are still the person God formed in secret. You are still the one Jesus gave His life for. And the blood of Jesus still speaks on your behalf. It still covers you and protects you. But you must come back. You must say yes before the storm that has been circling around you finds an open door in your heart. God doesn't warn you out of anger or frustration. He warns because He loves you and because He wants to protect you. He sees what you cannot see. He knows the path you are on and where it will lead if you don't change direction. That is why you have been feeling unsettled. That is why your spirit has been restless and uneasy. God has been trying to reach you to save you and keep you safe, but the window is closing. Not because God is cruel or mean, but because waiting too long has a cost. The longer you wait, the more power the enemy gains in your life. If you are ready to choose to move forward with God, write 1515 in the comments. God has been speaking to you in quiet ways, through songs that suddenly touched your heart deeply, through people who spoke words that reached places inside you didn't expect, through situations that forced you to stop and think. These were not coincidences. These were your Father trying every possible way to get your attention. But now the gentle whisper has grown into a cry. Heaven is weeping, not because you failed, but because God still sees what is ahead of you. He sees the blessings, the breakthrough, and the purpose waiting for you, and He doesn't want you to miss it. You have settled for too long, settled for pain, settled for just surviving, settled for silence when you were meant to roar with truth. But it is time to rise, time to come back to the one who knows your name and loves you deeply. You have looked for peace in people who could not give it. You have searched for worth in achievements and things that could never satisfy your soul. All the while, God has been whispering to you, "Come home, come back to me," not to religion or rules, but to a real relationship with Him, to the sacred place where your soul is safe. This is not the time to harden your heart or pretend everything is okay when it isn't. If you could see what heaven sees, you would fall to your knees and cry, because God's hand has been holding back the things that were meant to destroy you, and He is not asking you to be perfect. He is only asking you to be honest. Honest about where you have drifted, honest about where you have been hurt, honest enough to say, "God, I need you. There are chains that can break today. There are doors that can open today. There are wounds that can heal today." But it will only happen if you respond, only if you stop letting pride, fear, or distractions keep you away from the presence of the one who can make you whole again. You have tried to fix things on your own, but peace never lasts that way. Only God can give peace that doesn't change no matter what is happening around you. You are not here by accident. This word is a message from heaven. God has been watching over you. You have been trying to stay strong, but you were never meant to carry your burdens alone. The weight you have been dragging was never meant for your shoulders. God said, "Cast your cares on me." But you have been holding on quietly, breaking inside. Let it go. Give it to Him. Lay it down at His feet. There is healing in surrender. God is not tired of you. He is not frustrated with you. He is waiting for you. Like the father in the story of the prodigal son, He has been watching the road, hoping to see you come home. And the moment you do, He will not bring a lecture or punishment. He will bring a robe, a ring, and a feast to celebrate because you were lost, but now you are found. Heaven doesn't want your performance or your effort. Heaven wants your heart. Let today be the day you say yes. Let today be the day the cycle breaks. Let today be the day you stop running and start resting in God, with God, and for God. There is still time. The door is still open, but it will not stay open forever. Don't miss what has always been yours just because you waited too long to come back. You know this message is for you. You know your soul has been aching for this. Don't fight the pull inside you. Don't silence the voice. You have been standing in a dangerous place, a place where your heart feels like it might give up. Your faith is barely holding on, and your soul is tired of pretending everything is fine. But even in that quiet place of pain and confusion, God has not left you. You may have pushed Him away. You may have questioned why He is silent, but He has been there weeping, not because He is powerless, but because He is watching His child slowly forget who they truly are. The ache you carry, God carries it too. If you are ready to return to who God created you to be, write 1717 in the comments. The enemy has been working hard to convince you that you have wasted too much time, that you have failed too many times, and that the mistakes you made have taken you out of God's promises. But nothing could be further from the truth. What the enemy forgot is that God's grace never expires. The blood of Jesus still covers you. The love of God still fights for you. And this is not the end of your story. In fact, this is the moment when your story begins again if you are willing to let it. God is not interested in punishing you. He is interested in pulling you back from the edge. While you have been carrying on with life, unaware of the danger coming your way, He has seen what lies ahead. He has seen the traps being set and the heartbreak you don't see coming, and He is trying to stop it, not by forcing your will, but by inviting your heart, because love never forces, love only invites. Right now, heaven is inviting you to come back before destruction finds the door you left open. Why are 55 countries using the same mysterious money script? Because a leaked research file recently showed a 9-word pattern that activates the brain pathways that attract wealth. Repeat this pattern every day and watch money flow into your life like water. But the government might remove this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it is deleted forever. There is no peace outside of God's presence. You have tried to make your own peace by changing jobs, moving to new places, and adjusting your relationships. But the ache inside you has followed you everywhere. That is because peace is not a place or a thing. Peace is a person. Peace is Jesus. Until He is in the center of your life, everything else will keep falling apart. But here is the good news: He is not far away. You don't have to fix yourself first to find Him. You only have to stop running and let Him come in right now, right here. If you believe that peace is found in Jesus alone, write Amen in the comments. There is something truly divine about surrender. Surrender is not weakness. It is the purest form of strength. The moment you stop fighting and let God take control is the moment everything starts to change. You have been fighting your battles in your own strength for so long that you forgot what it feels like to rest. But rest is holy. Rest is not quitting. It is about trusting God. It means letting God be God while you simply follow Him. It means laying down your sword and lifting your hands, not because you are defeated, but because you have faith. God is not asking you to understand everything right now. He is only asking you to trust Him, even when it is hard and even when you don't feel like it. Trust does not need all the answers. Trust just needs your heart. The longer you wait to give your heart to God, the heavier your burdens will feel on your own. But God said, "Come to me all who are weary, and I will give you rest." That is not just a nice or poetic phrase. It is a promise that still stands true for you today. Right now, this moment is very special and sacred, even if you don't realize it yet. The atmosphere around you is changing. Heaven is closer than it has ever been before. The angels are watching over you. The Holy Spirit is hovering near you, and God Himself is leaning in, hoping and waiting for you to answer Him this time. He is hoping that this time you will finally break the cycle you have been stuck in. He is hoping this time you will say, "I am done running." You do not need to be in a church building to come to God. You do not need perfect words or a perfect prayer. What you need is an open heart ready to receive. Because the veil that once separated you from God has been torn. The throne room in heaven is wide open, and your Father is calling you to come. You have spent too much time letting shame control how you see yourself. But shame was never your true name or who you really are. You have let your past shape the way you imagine your future, but God does not hold your past against you. Instead, He redeems your past. He restores the broken parts of you. He renews everything you thought was lost, and He still has good plans for your life. Plans to help you prosper, not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future filled with promise. You only need to step out of the lies you have believed and step into the truth of who God says you are. Today is not just another ordinary day. This is not just another word that you hear and forget. This is a divine appointment. You may not understand why you feel tears welling up in your eyes right now, or why your heart is beating faster, but your spirit knows what is happening. Your soul understands that this is the moment, the voice, the word you have been needing to hear all along. This is not the voice of guilt, and it is not the voice of fear. This is the voice of your Father in heaven, gently saying, "Come home. I have been waiting for you." Don't miss this moment. Don't let it slip away like water through your fingers, because every time you ignore that quiet voice inside you, your heart grows colder. And the colder your heart gets, the harder it becomes to hear God's voice. But God, in His mercy and love, has brought you here one more time. He is giving you one more chance. And He is saying, don't turn away. Don't walk away from this moment. Don't walk away from the miracle I am ready to do in your life. The blessing is still waiting for you. The breakthrough is still yours. The healing is still possible. But all of these good things are on the other side of surrender. You have prayed and asked God for a sign. You have asked for confirmation that you are on the right path. This is it. This is your wake-up call. This is your turning point. God is not finished with you yet, but you have to choose Him, not just with your words, but with your whole life. There is nothing more powerful than a heart that is fully surrendered to God. A heart that says, even when it hurts, I will trust you. Even when it is hard, I will follow you. Even when I don't see the whole picture, I will walk by faith. That is what God is asking from you. Not perfection, but surrender. Not complete understanding, but faith. Not a perfect heart, but a willing heart. So now, what will you do? Will you stay where you are numb, disconnected, and tired? Or will you return to the one who still has tears in his eyes for you? Tears full of love, tears full of hope, tears that say, I never gave up on you. You have been waiting for the right time to change your life, to let go of what weighs you down, to come back to God. But the right time is not in the future. The right time is right now. Every moment you delay has been costing you your peace. Every second you hesitate drains your strength. Every day you wait, you feel more distant from God, more unsure of yourself, more stuck in the same place. But what if this moment, the exact moment you are reading this, is the moment heaven has prepared for your return? What if this second right now is the crack in the wall, the open door, the last invitation before everything changes? If you feel in your heart that this is your moment to trust God again, write 22 in the comments. This world will never give you what your soul truly needs. You already know that from experience. You have tried it all. You chased approval, success, pleasure, and ways to escape your pain. But your heart is still restless. The reason is simple. You were not made to be filled by things that are temporary. You were created for eternity, and only things that last forever can satisfy a soul like yours. That hunger you have felt deep inside all your life was always meant for God. You just didn't know how to feed it before, but now you do. You feed it by surrendering to God, by praying, by being present with Him, by obeying His voice. And it all starts with a choice, a decision to say yes. You don't need a perfect prayer. You don't need to memorize every Bible verse. You don't need to be spiritually mature or emotionally strong. You only need to say yes to God. Because God meets us when we are weak. He runs to find those who are lost. He draws close to the broken. His power shows up in your weakness, not in your strength. So if you feel unworthy right now, if you feel too far gone, too messy, or too confused, then you are exactly the person God is looking for. What secret did the FBI hide about your brain and money? They found a phrase that is only 9 words long. This phrase flips a switch in your mind that helps attract money without much effort. This secret has already changed the lives of thousands of people in just a few weeks. If you are seeing this, consider yourself lucky because this page might disappear at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to learn this secret before it is deleted forever. God does not wait for you to clean yourself up before you come home to Him. He only waits for you to come as you are. The cleaning, the healing, and the restoring is His job. Yours is just to say, I am ready. And if you are ready right now, at this very moment, then you are not too late. God's arms are still open wide to welcome you. His love is still strong and powerful. His promises are still waiting to be fulfilled in your life. And all of heaven is leaning in, waiting to see how you will respond. If you believe this word has come from heaven at the perfect time, write 1 in the comments. You do not have to go back to the way things were before. That is not what God is asking of you. He is not calling you to go backward. He is calling you forward, forward into something new, forward into a version of your life that is free from fear, free from guilt, and free from shame. But stepping forward means you have to let go of what has been holding you back. You cannot hold on to what is broken and expect to walk into something whole. You have to lay it down, lay down the bitterness, the pride, the sins, the secret pain you have been carrying. Lay it all down because freedom does not come from carrying more burdens. Freedom comes from surrendering everything. There is a deeper life waiting for you, not just a better life, but a deeper one. One where you are not tossed around like a leaf in the wind every time life changes. One where storms do not steal your peace. One where your joy does not depend on your circumstances. That kind of life does not come from doing more or trying to fix everything yourself. It comes from being rooted in God's truth, rooted in His love, rooted in His word. That is what gives you strength that lasts through every challenge. God is not calling you to live on the surface, going through the motions. He is calling you into the deep places, into the place where you walk by faith, not by sight, where you trust Him even when the road is unclear, where you obey Him even when it is hard. That is where real change happens. That is where healing begins. That is where chains break and dead things come back to life. And He is inviting you there right now, into the deep, into the holy place, into a kind of relationship with Him that changes everything. You are never meant to blend in with this world. You were meant to carry His light. You were meant to walk in His power. You were meant to stand out, not because of pride, but because of His presence. His presence living in you, His Spirit working through you. But that can only happen when you come back to Him with your whole heart, not half of it, not in pieces, but whole. God wants all of you, not to control you, but to restore you. It is time to take off the masks you wear. Time to stop pretending you are okay when your soul is starving for truth. Time to stop hiding your pain and calling it strength. True strength is found in surrender. True healing begins with honesty. God is not afraid of your truth. He is not shocked by your struggles. He is not disappointed by your doubts. He sees right through all of it, and He still chooses you. He still wants you. He is still waiting for you. You are not reading this by accident or chance. You are reading this because God planned every second that brought you here. He is speaking through every word you are reading now. He is saying, you don't have to keep living the way you have been. Come to me. Let me show you what life looks like when you walk with me. This is not about becoming religious. This is about becoming whole, becoming free, becoming the person you were always meant to be. And it all begins with one step, one decision to say yes, saying, God, I trust you again. I choose you again. That one choice can change everything. Do not wait any longer. Do not hold back. God is here right now, and He is not going anywhere. Heaven is not silent. You are being chased by the love that created the stars. This is not just a warning. It is an invitation filled with divine mercy. God is not pointing fingers or judging you. He is reaching out His hand to you. Through every silent moment, every closed door, and every broken dream, He has been guiding you to this place. And now that you have arrived, you face a choice that can no longer be delayed. Will you come home? Will you finally trust God with the things you have been trying to handle alone? If you want to declare your faith again, even if it is only hanging by a thread, write 333 in the comments. There is a battle going on over your life. Not just a battle over your plans or your daily struggles, but a battle for your soul. And this battle has grown stronger because your calling, the special purpose God has placed on your life, has always been a threat to darkness. The enemy does not fight what he is not afraid of, and he is afraid of you discovering who you truly are. He is afraid of you returning to God's presence, because when you do, everything changes, strongholds fall. Chains break, your family's future shifts, generations are healed, but the enemy can only win if you give him space, and he has been sneaking into the cracks in your life that you didn't protect well enough. He has used your pain as a weapon, your loneliness as a foothold, and your delays as a distraction, but not anymore, not after today, not after you have heard this truth clearly. God has given you eyes to see and ears to hear. And now that you have heard heaven's cry, you are responsible for how you respond. There is power in your yes. Don't underestimate it. When you say yes to God, heaven moves. Angels take their positions. The Holy Spirit breathes new life into dry, broken places. Your yes is stronger than you realize. It pulls you out of cycles that were meant to destroy you. It breaks curses that have run through your family for years. It builds new foundations for your life, and even when you don't feel strong, your surrender invites God's strength to take over. If you are ready for that change to start, write "Amen" in the comments. A neuroscientist says, yes, a 9. Word script hidden in government files can activate a prehistoric brain wave that pulls money to you faster. This breakthrough is already facing legal pressure and might disappear soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it is gone forever. You have pretended for too long. You have hidden your pain too long. You have smiled on the outside while breaking inside. You have acted strong while crumbling inside. But God is saying that is not how you were made to live. You were not created to fake it through life. You were created to live in truth, in peace, and in alignment with God. Real peace only comes when you stop running and start returning. Returning to the one who knows your heart better than you do. He knows the thoughts that keep you awake at night. He knows the fears behind your decisions. He knows the memories that haunt you, and He is waiting for you to come home. He is not afraid of any part of your life. He is not intimidated by your struggles, your failures, or your pain. He wants those parts of you, not so He can judge you or punish you, but so He can heal you. He wants to touch the broken pieces inside you, the parts that are confused, hurting, and hidden from the world. These are the parts you might have tried to hide even from yourself, but God is reaching for them. He wants to heal the part of you that still believes He is good, even though life hasn't always been good to you. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not ruined or too far gone. You are a beloved child of the living God. And right now, He is calling you back to Him with tears in His eyes. These tears are not because He is disappointed in you, but because His love for you is deep and holy. He misses you. He misses hearing your voice. He misses walking beside you every day. He misses being the very first person you call when things get hard, instead of the last option you think about only when everything else falls apart. And no matter how far you feel you've drifted, He still believes in you. Even when you stopped believing in yourself, God never stopped believing in you. Your purpose did not disappear just because you made mistakes. Your value was not lost when you walked away. God does not define you by what you have done in the past. He defines you by His promises to you, and His promises say that you are redeemed, restored, and renewed. But to live in that truth, you have to step into it. You have to stop agreeing with the lies the enemy tells you about yourself, and instead stand firm on the truth found in God's Word. You are not disqualified from God's plan. You are not forgotten by Him. You are not unseen or overlooked. You are known, loved, and chosen by Him. You might be struggling with many questions in your heart. What if I fail again? What if I come back to God and still feel empty inside? What if God is done with me? To all those questions, God says, "Come anyway. I am not finished with you." He will walk with you through every part of your healing journey. He will help you rebuild what has been broken. He will teach you again what it means to trust Him. You do not have to have everything figured out before you come to God. You don't have to be strong or ready. You just need to come. Come as you are, broken, tired, confused, and unsure. Just come. Every step you take toward God is a step away from the things that have been destroying you. Every moment you spend in His presence begins to restore what life tried to steal from you. Right now, His arms are still wide open. His voice is still calling your name. His heart is still full of love for you. You are not here by accident. You are here because heaven knew this was the right moment for you. This was the hour God planned for your return. This was the very second when the door was opened for you one last time before it closes. You have been fighting the same battles over and over because you haven't fully stepped into God's presence. But the war inside you can end. The cycle can be broken. Healing can begin. It all starts with your surrender, not just a one-time prayer, but a decision to follow God even when it is hard. A choice to come back and stay close to Him no matter what. So, what happens now? Now is the time to stop making excuses. Now is the time to stop saying one day and finally say today. Now is the time to stop waiting for a perfect sign and realize that this moment right now is your sign. God has been trying to reach you for hours, days, even years. This might be your last chance before a new season starts in your life. That season could either build you up or break you down. Your answer right now matters. You are still here reading this, which means your heart has not completely shut down. There is still something alive inside you. Maybe it is small, maybe it is weak or shaky, but it is still reaching, still hoping. That part of you is exactly what God is speaking to. He knows you have been numb for a long time. He knows your soul feels tired and worn out, but He also knows your spirit is not dead. He put something inside you that cannot be taken away. It can only be buried for a time. And right now, He is gently uncovering that part of you. He is pulling you out of the fog you have been living in. This is not the end of your story. This is your return to God. God has been trying to reach you, not to scare you, and not to make you feel condemned, but to bring you back before the silence between you grows into separation. You have been slipping away without realizing it. The habits you started to excuse, the boundaries you began to blur, the convictions you ignored, all of it didn't happen all at once. It began slowly, a little less prayer here, a little more compromise there. But heaven saw it all. Heaven saw your drifting away, and instead of turning away from you, God leaned in closer with mercy, with love, and with tears in His eyes. If you feel like something deep inside you is waking up right now, if you have been searching for something to steady your heart, write 55 in the comments. Maybe you have tried to find peace in many places, but every time you thought you found it, it broke apart. People change, circumstances change, promises are sometimes not kept. You have tried to adapt, to make things work, to convince yourself you are fine, but deep down you know you are not, and that is okay because God does not meet you in your strength. He meets you in your surrender. He is not asking you to pretend anymore. He is asking you to be honest and say, God, I don't know what I am doing, but I want to come home. There is nothing weak about that. True courage lives in admitting your way has not worked. True courage is found in choosing to trust God again, even after disappointment. True courage is daring to believe that God still has something beautiful for you, even when you can't see it yet. That kind of faith can move mountains, and that is exactly the kind of faith God is drawing out of you right now. You have lost many things along the way. Maybe friends, maybe chances or opportunities, maybe time. But what you have not lost is your future. The God who wrote the beginning of your story has already seen the end, and He still calls it good. He still calls you chosen. You might feel broken, but heaven calls you beloved. You might feel like a failure, but God still calls you by your name, not your mistakes, not your weaknesses, but your true name, the one He wrote before the world even began. If you believe that God still knows your name and your purpose, write Amen in the comments. Could it be that your brain is the reason you are still struggling with money? Scientists have just confirmed that a 9-word sentence hidden deep inside your subconscious mind might be blocking money from coming into your life. But now you can reverse it. Say these 9 words and wealth will start to follow you beginning today. But be careful, because the government might take this secret away any minute now. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears forever. There is power in your presence, not because of who you are by yourself, but because of who walks with you when you walk with God. The enemy knows this very well. That is why the battle against you has felt so personal. That is why the pressure has not stopped. The enemy wants you to believe that giving up is easier. He wants you to believe that silence is safer. He wants you to think that hiding your pain is better than risking the pain of healing. But you know that is not true. You have felt the heavy weight of it. You have felt what it costs to stay quiet, to stay numb, to stay away from God. But you do not have to stay there anymore. That is the whole reason this warning has come, not to scare you, but to rescue you. To wake you up before you go any further down a path you were never meant to walk. There is still time to turn around. There is still time to return to the closeness with God that you used to feel, the fire you once carried inside you, the quiet voice of God that used to whisper so clearly in your heart. He has not gone anywhere. He has just been waiting patiently for you to slow down and notice him again. You have prayed before, and maybe nothing seemed to change. You have cried out, but still felt silence. That has made it hard for you to believe that this time could be different. But what if this time really is different? What if this time is the one that changes everything? What if the delay you have been feeling was not a sign that God had given up on you, but a time of preparation? What if God was getting the ground ready, clearing the path for you and waiting for your heart to truly open? Fully open, not just halfway, not just when you are desperate, but completely. What if everything starts moving forward when you move back into His presence? This is not just about staying safe or avoiding danger. This is about rediscovering who you really are, your true self that God created and loves.